Lizzie and Lemon, welcome back.
Pattern doesn't end there. Notice the twin dots on the two sides of these crudely crafted stick figures. One instance alone is just a curiosity. But widespread patterns must have an explanation. And other details only accent the irrationality. Recently, an answer to these mysteries came from outside traditional archaeology, from plasma science and laboratory experiments with electric discharge. Plasma scientist Anthony Peratt of Los Alamos Laboratories has shown that these stick forms recorded electrical events in the sky.
These what?
Something traditional archaeology, from plasma science and laboratory experiments with electric discharge. Plasma scientist Anthony Peratt of Los Alamos Laboratories has shown that these stick forms recorded electrical events in the sky. Something like the northern lights we see today, but 1,000 times more energetic. And he matches the rock art forms precisely to the configurations taken by electric discharge in the laboratory.
It's got to be
the rock art
alien
images are explained as sheets of intense electric current in the evolution of a plasma discharge. The central column you see in this stylized representation is the axis of the discharge. Wrapped around the axis is a torus or donut-like tubular sheet of charged particles. The observer sees through the transparent formation, champagne glass above, squashed bell shape below, so the plasma density is greatest at the limbs. Drawn in 2 dimensions, the formation matches the stick man carved globally on stone by the thousands. The 2 dots under the stick man's arms are the exceedingly bright, high-energy radiation called synchrotron radiation, emitted from the center of the torus. The current sheets continually warp as the electric discharge progresses, and this form is not uncommon. A 2-dimensional representation might look like this. Peratt's work has shown that the stickman, the duck-headed version of the American Southwest, and variations from Hawaii to Saudi Arabia, is a plasma discharge formation, a subject of which he is an acknowledged world expert.
From the dick.
Peratt's investigation is entirely independent from our own. Thousands of rock art images have enabled a supercomputer to identify formations as seen from different positions on Earth.
Baited, man.
The fit that he has documented cannot be accidental. And yet our own investigation, which preceded Peratt's by almost 3 decades, converges with his in extraordinary ways, as I shall clarify in the 2nd episode of this series.
2nd episode.
For scholars and scientists as a whole, rock art remains an unsolved mystery. For 200 years, experts have debated over the vast library of images on stone. Definitive considerations are now in hand, calling for a new perspective, one that follows the compelling evidence for high-energy electrical events in the ancient sky. And those who pursue this line of investigation must not be afraid to ask how the movements of planets may have contributed to an electrified cosmic environment, of which science knew nothing only a few decades ago.
Very good. Very good. Thanks for sharing history with the class, right?